So having access to that really, they track a lot of stuff for us. So then it's just basically setting goals around that and teaching our team to look at that. We used to follow the traction model and have the weekly meetings, and honestly, but we got to a point where sometimes we're just meeting to meet, you know.
How do you manage it all? I mean, I know you have all these layers of managers and operations directors that you're mentioning. How do you keep it all organized? How do you track the metrics? Like, how do you keep it all? How do you stay sane with that many moving parts?
Yeah. So I think one part of it is the way our franchisor has set everything up, our home office. They've given us a lot of tools. We use iDashboard. Some of you have heard of that before.
No.
So that's how we track all of our KPIs. So they do all that for us. So we have 9 KPIs that get tracked. So we can go in there and see our aging. So iDashboard, we can go and see our aging report. We can go and see our daily deposits. We can go and see, we can track monthly revenue. We can look at our payroll, our overhead, our expenses. Like I said, our growth, our percentage growth, we can track ourselves against other markets and other owners and everything too. So having access to that really, they track a lot of stuff for us. So then it's just basically setting goals around that and teaching our team to look at that. And then we used to have weekly meetings. We used to follow the traction model and have the weekly meetings, and honestly, but we got to a point where sometimes we're just meeting to meet, you know. And I think that's the old days of just having meetings, you know, just because. So now we've got it down to each of my directors send me a template report once a week, and it's got everything I need to know about the business on it. And then if I have questions, I ask them, and then we do once a month actual sit down. And that's more, the sit down is more to go over our KPIs, where we are. So when our KPIs get released, we have end of year goals for each KPI. So we're just making sure we're trending towards that goal. But that cut out a lot of time, because before we were just meeting, it was an hour of everybody's day for each market. And it was just like, oh, here's an update on this, here's an update on this. I'm like, none of us need to be here. This can be an email. So we've got it really down to a pack where it's just a simple email. And if I have a question, and there's a section on there that if they need anything from me or need me to make a decision, there's a section on there for that. And then I just respond back or give them a call. So that's cleared up a lot of our time and kept us on pace and everything.
If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.